Hello YouTubers, welcome to my latest lawnmowers and things that make noise video. This is my 1970s/early 80s Mountfield M4. These were made from the very early 70s right up until 1981-82. The chassis were made in Luxembourg, as were most of the cast aluminium parts, and then sent over to England to be manufactured, put together. The engine on this mower is not original. Obviously, it's kind of one of my modified things. It's originally a 1993 Sprint 375 98902 engine. It's got a low tone muffler exhaust, not a super low. Standard ignition, modified starter mechanism, not the ball type clutch, the new ratchet style. High fill automotive dipstick, standard foam air filter, and the original tank carburetor from a 93 Sprint. So this deck, as I say, is cast aluminium. The factory was in Luxembourg, as I've done some research. They seem quite hardy compared to Hayterette's. I don't think there's any chips or anything on this deck. That's a new blade, by the way. There's a dent, but there's no breakages. And this has been smacked about a lot more than a Hayterette area. The wheels aren't original, obviously. They were split and deformed. Some of the grass boxes that came with these had no handle, but mine has a handle. You can get a grass bag version too. Originally there was no operator present control. This engine had one, but I removed it and bypassed it. You just put the stop wire onto the throttle like it used to be. Yes, it needs a bit of a paint up, but it is 40 years old. As I say, it can be used for fine lawns, but it's more a rough cut. I find these can cut grass up to your knees, which is about a foot. So without further ado, I will start the engine. It is cold. It's been in the shed. I have already primed it, so if I prime it again it'll be embarrassing and it won't start. Let's give it a go. I haven't set the height properly yet. I'm going to swap hands. Ooh, what's going on? How embarrassing. Oh, there we go. This engine doesn't burn any oil and it hardly uses any fuel. I bought it new old stock, so it's a 93 engine. I bought it in 2010 off eBay from a company that was going to close down, and of course I've modified it over the years with the mods that I've shown you. So let's cut some grass. I said I hadn't set the height, but I think it's alright. There's loads of nice buttercups on here, it'd be a shame to cut them. more difficult pushing this mower with one hand because the handlebar's a bit wonky. A later model had supports just attached to the height control, obviously cast in to the deck, not steel or anything. I do have another Mountfield M4, but I did a video and I didn't upload it because it was crap, to be honest, because it wouldn't run steady. I thought it was the intake tube, the inlet manifold, but it's just not running right, so this one runs perfect. As you can hear, there are still quite a few M4s on eBay. They're not as popular as they used to be in terms of eBay, but if you get a good one, even if you've got a few chips and cracks in it, they'll last longer than you. You just have to keep changing the engine every 20 years or so, unless you look after it. As I say, this is a 93 engine, and that was before the Environmental Protection Agency Small Off-Road Engine Level 1 came out. So that's SORE EPA 1. And there's usually a sticker on the tank that tells you the emission level. I think they stopped producing them in just after level 2, and that's when it all went overhead valve. But they could have made them cleaner. But the last of them, they didn't run very well. The emissions were so tight that in that little plastic carburetor, but even if you change the diaphragm on the carb and clean it, they didn't run very steady. I mean, if you got a good one, that'd be great, but the engine on my other M4, I think is 2010, which is heading towards near the end of production. It is what most people call Briggs and Stratton Classic 35, 375, Quattro 40, Sprint 40. Though I think the Quattro they stopped making before 2010. I mean, near the end of production they had 148cc 9 cubic unit version and 158cc 10 cubic unit version, because they rated it all in torque and not horsepower, which I've not really got the gist of, to be honest, because the torque ratings on the label are different to what the older ones say in their little instruction books. Sort of in the mid to late 90s, engines were rated in horsepower. So 3.5 horsepower at 3,600 RPM. Torque died off at about 2.6, 2.8. Sorry about that, YouTubers. I just had a quick drink. Let's carry on. As I was saying earlier, so this mower will cut grass up to your knees, about a foot on its highest setting, without a box or with a box. So it can be used for rough cutting and for cutting a nice lawn. Obviously no stripes because it's got wheels. So it's quite a versatile machine. That's why I compare it to a Hayterette. Now some people will probably hate me for saying that. Hayterette. But they really did do a good job at making these M4s. They're It was an M3, which was a slightly funnier shape. You could get a power drive version. The M4, there was a power drive version. There was an M5, I think, but not so well known. And then the Mountfield M6. Sounds like they were named after motorways. But they were all cast aluminium. Some of them had a Tecumseh engine. Some of them were two-stroke. I think there was a two-stroke version. I really am not sure. They were mainly the Fiat version of Tecumseh. They were usually white engines. I think it was this deck that I had one of those engines on it, and whatever I did to it, I could not get it to run. So I put one of these engines on it. Let's check the grass box. I've not checked it for ages. I always slow it down between emptying. It saves fuel as well, I think. Oh look, we're quite full. And that was from cutting that much. Don't know if you can see the difference. About 4 lines, I think, plus those two. Packs it in quite well. Still not empty. Oh, there we go. See all that? This tiny box. I need to replace this. I've got one on a spare deck. Over 1,000 views on my last one, or was it 5,000? I can't remember. But I was outstanding. I was really, really pleased with that. I didn't think anybody would be. Well, I didn't think that many people would be interested in watching someone cut the grass. I would like to get a better camera. I'm using my phone at the moment. If you would like to donate to help me buy a camera, not an expensive one, my email address I will say now, and I will put it in my description, is smokeycockatiel@btinternet.com. That's SMOKEYCOCKATIEL @btinternet.com, and that will go to my PayPal, and then that will enable me to buy a camera, and then I can put it on the ground and you can watch me walk up and down with the mower. Or if you have an old camera that you don't want anymore, that is quite modern, that I can use, just send me a message to that email address or comment below and I will email you my address, postal address, and then we can sort it out. I would like to do more content, maybe watching me changing a fuel diaphragm or changing a spark plug, just to show you how easy it is, really. There are other channels talking about it and showing it, but I'd like to do it myself. I've been doing it over 20 years, privately. I'm 35 in August, and I've been cutting grass since I was 12. I'm maintaining them myself too. So I think I know quite well how they operate, how they tick. Let's say we've just done up and down and sideways. I don't think the box is even half full yet. Probably shock me and be really full. But I'm actually walking really slowly. I'm getting quite tired, so I will stop this video in a second and then you'll see me start it back up. Yeah, I'm going to take a break. Always let it slow down for a minute. Even though it doesn't sound that much slower, just let things cool down. Oops, that's me hitting the stop. There we go. Remember, no operator presence control on this. So, see you in a few minutes. Welcome back everyone. Let's see if I can make a fool of myself starting this. There we go. Let's carry on. I've worked out this might be a two-hand job. Ooh. There we go, box emptied. my wild area that I've described in other videos. It's doing quite well. Couple buttercups. I've left the suckers for now. This has started growing, if anyone knows what that is. Very poisonous, no miler. There's buttercups. Do you like butter? See what I mean? I need a better camera. This doesn't focus very well. This is a mobile phone camera. See all the buttercups? Good for insects and butterflies. It's a bonfire, but we don't light it. These are plums. We didn't plant these. They sort of, I think, got dropped by birds. But we get free plums from them anyway. Let's get back to work. Have you been? Did you get... What do you mean you got bored? Were you bored? Oh. Okay, well where have you been then? You've been sat down? Okay, well I'm actually nearly finished now, so you can watch me do the rest. If you do get bored again, just type it in the comments, okay? We haven't got much left to do. I just think people find this therapeutic, especially if they can't get out, or they're unable to walk and cut their own grass, or maybe you don't have a lawn of your own. Seeing someone cut the lawn can be therapeutic. They say it's like vacuuming, but I think this is a lot more exciting. Anyway, a lot of people disagree, but I think these older Briggs engines were built better. It runs a lot better than the modern stuff I've got. Oops, that was a stick. Was. Not anymore. But yeah, I think it was built better back then. As I say, this is a 1993 engine. It sounds and runs a lot better. If you've got any questions or have any problems with your own lawnmower, why don't you write a comment and ask me a question? And I've also got a community page now, because I'm over 1,000 subscribers. where you can type a question. I've actually done something in the community and shown you what my 5 horsepower Hayterette looked like when I first got it. It was nearly black. The wheels were wonky, the blades were worn, and it was partially seized up. Brambles all over my fence. Got a question for you. How often do you change the oil on your lawnmower? Write your answer in the comments. Only those who've watched this far will know about this question. Anyway, I think that's it. Thank you for watching with my Mountfield M4. Please like, comment, and if you really like me, subscribe. Whoosh.